let me cut across to Rasheed Kidwai. Rasheed Kidwai, is this normal to see a delay in selecting the chief minister? The BJP is, of course, known to be war horses. They're going to be very carefully calculating their decision. They're not going to be jumping the gun, and that's established. But the Congress chancing upon this, saying that this is, a delay that shows the party in poor light, that they're not able to make a decision, indecisive BJP, stuff that the BJP is being called by the opposition.
Well, I think it's a little, immature on a part of a party like Congress to be making such observations, because remember, selecting a chief minister is a difficult exercise, a tricky thing when elections are there, Lok Sabha elections are there 6 months down the line. And second, a lot of considerations have to be taken in account. And sometimes when there is already a kind of, incumbent or a caretaker government, then there is no, constitutionally speaking, legally speaking, there is no hurdle. So I think this picking a pot shot is not something very healthy, because the Congress has its own, a lot of sort of, fire in its own backyard, in the sense of what is going to do about the leadership issue, where it has lost states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan. What is going to do is going to bench the, kind of regional satrap that were there in fray. I think it would have been better for the Congress and Mr. Jairam Ramesh to avoid taking such pot shots, because a lot of instances I can quote the Congress when there was, a lot of things, were taken in account.
We've seen sticky decisions made by the Congress party in 2018, which hasn't really worked out well for them. We see the result panning out in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh. So were the decisions right, what they made then? Well, we could speculate multiple things now that the results are out. What happened is only for the Congress party themselves to ponder. But Mahima is with us. Mahima, if you can hear me, the Congress taking a stand, firing at the BJP for this delay. 4 days that's passed since the election. Results are out so far. No name for chief minister from all 3 states.
Jai Hind. Nabila, today I'm reminded of that old Hindi song, कभी किसी को मुकम्मल जहां नहीं मिलता, कहीं ज़मीं तो कहीं आसमां नहीं मिलता. In what the BJP believes to be too much democracy, they may have done too much horse trading, leading to too much confusion, putting too much at stake, you see. So, which is why today, tomorrow, after 5 days of the result having come out, after such a high voltage contest that was run by the Prime Minister himself in all these states, they are still considering the name of the observers, you see. And as you rightly said, it's been 5 days since the results. They had fielded 21 MPs, 12 have won. 9 MPs have lost. I think, again, too much confusion for them. Where do they stand? They are MPs, but they have lost legislative assembly elections. So as Abraham Lincoln rightly said, he said that you can fool some of the people all of the time. You can fool all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. So I think the BJP has a lot to look forward to 2024, because Yadurappa example from Karnataka is in front of us. When Mr. Kidwai was speaking, he was saying that Congress may also have, been guilty of not deciding a CM in many days. But well, Maharashtra, for 1 month, there was a cabinet without a chief minister. Karnataka, they could not decide a leader of opposition in the assembly for 6 months. They could not name a president of their organization for 6 months.
So in Rajasthan in 2018, even the Congress were on a sticky wicket. You yourself were not able to decide between Gehlot, Sachin Pilot. There was, and then finally a decision was made, and clearly that hasn't worked out well. Chhattisgarh also, T.S. Singh, Dio, Baghel. You've taken your time as well in 2018 in your respective states.
Horse trading is BJP's trademark. Too much confusion, MPs for legislative assemblies, all of this. I think it's going to be playing out in 2024. We'll see. You'll be here, I'll be here, we'll see.
Okay.
Kabhi kisi ko mukammal jahan nahi milta.
Tuhin Sinha, BJP spokesperson with us. Tuhin, is this delay normal according to you? Is this just the BJP deliberating on? How would you counter the Congress who says that you have too many faces that's spoiling the broth? You have no way to make a decision. And ultimately, it's the High Command making the decision. So basically, whatever you accuse the Congress of, High Command culture, it's the same that pans out in the BJP, the Prime Minister, the High Command deciding the local state leader and not the MLAs themselves.
Well, good evening, Nabila. Good evening, everybody. First of all, there is absolutely no delay. The Karnataka result came out on 13th May. They finally managed, after many, many rounds of consultations and inconsequential meetings, they finally managed to, get the name of the CM on 18th, which is 5 days later. It's been 4 days since the results came out. And in a day or two, you will get all the CMs without all the melodrama that you saw between DK Shiv Kumar and, Sridharamaiah. That's point number one. Point number two, Congress and BJP are different entities. For the Congress, it's very easy to pick anybody as a CM because the mandate is different. The mandate is to loot the state through a series of scams, which they did in Chhattisgarh, and that is the reason the longevity of a Congress government is much lower. They'd never get to rule a state for 3 decades the way we rule in Gujarat, the way we have done in Madhya Pradesh, because that is the kind of consideration, that is the kind of thought that goes into picking up a leader. In fact, even in the last 6 or 7 years, the kind of leaders we have picked up, whether it is Devendraji in Maharashtra or Himanta Biswa Sharma in Assam or Yogi Ji, they are leaders for the future. Can you see any such leader in the Congress party? The Congress party picks up leaders who can basically divide the state based on fake caste censuses, which they themselves are not in a position to make public. So the agendas are different. We put a lot of thought in everything that we do because we are thinking about the future of the country for the next 2 decades.